Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 2 of Navi versus Mouz, your loser bracket / consolation finals for the Premier League Masters. I am LD. Joining me is Luminous. In game 1 was kind of a drawn-out affair, especially with the long pause we had there. But in the end, Navi take it one game away from knocking out mousesports, advancing to the grand finals for this tournament. First prize is $1,000 for that winning team. And well, Lumi, off the bat, Navi again with the first pick, Venomancer. This has to be setting up for the TA.
It's a very, very beautiful foreshadowing. I think I might be reading some Shakespearean or something right now. But that TA, do expect that thing from either being picked up at number 3, depending how Puppey thinks, how quickly that might be banned. I mean, Mouz might even have to force to use a ban on TA. I say force. I mean, she's a great hero, but whether she's ban material worthy, differs from team to team. But Shaker and Rubik is going to be the same pick. And mousesports, despite that the loss of last game, very comfortable with the lineup. And now with Dendi Invoker, rejoice, my friends.
Well, you say Dendi Invoker. I mean, didn't they run Invoker and Tinker, and he ended up playing the Tinker? I would probably be Havost on that. Like you said, he normally does play Tinker for Navi, but you never know. So either way, they get a big global option here. The Tinker as well as the Invoker. If they want to go that Exhort build especially, a lot of control for Navi, some strong laners. I'm not sure how much room there is for TA in this lineup now. They could fit it in, but it means another hero who doesn't have not real lockdown to work with. So,
at your service.
For the moment, mousesports just going to take Windrunner, and, well, you expect a TA ban here. It wouldn't surprise me either. But we'll have to see. We'll just have to see.
Maybe not a TA ban now, considering that Tinker and the Tinker is already picked up. So, right. It's, like you say, it lowers the possibility, but it remains a possibility, though. Very surprised to not see Enigma or Leshrac being picked or banned so far in this stage of the game. I assume those of them go. High Hunter has been a hero that's been somewhat ignored lately as well. And I think mousesports might not be picking that one up, considering that they do have dual support of Rubik and Earthshaker. Again, I assume Rubik's on support, but could always go in the solo mid position.
Yeah, Navi have some really strong laning heroes. Mousesports a bit of team fight, some decent laners themselves as well. Very strong defensively with the Earthshaker, the Windrunner, and the Telekinesis to throw heroes back, pull them into towers. But we've seen what Navi can do with this Invoker, with the Tinker. And giving two heroes that have so much potential to get out of hand in a hurry, that's a scary thing to give up. So the question for Mouz is going to be, what is their game plan for locking these two down? Who is going to lane against the Invoker? Who is going to lane against the Tinker? I will say Rubik and Windrunner are pretty strong solos in their own right, if they want to run them as such. So we'll have to see. But I'd just be very nervous about giving Navi these heroes, and I feel like Mouz needs something big to try and lock them down beyond what they have. I mean, whether it's a jungler, an aggressive carry like a Morphling that gives you some burst damage. I feel like right now this is some good utility, but just not enough to deal with these two.
Yep, I completely agree. Enigma's going to get the ban, not too surprising here. This draft is kind of rudimentary, I feel like. It's very simple, aside from the Venomancer, kind of eyebrow-rising kind of first pick, but yeah, everything else is pretty okay. Chen finally is going to get the ban here. Again, in this stage, it's like Chen, especially against Navi, you ban the Chen, but you give him something like Naga, you give him something like, Prophet. Right. Do you actually want to just face the Chen instead?
I don't know. I mean, I mean,
Chen wasn't too effective last game, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's going to be Lone Druid, I was about to say. That's another hero that Navi... I mean, everybody seems to like this combo. And when you... Keeper is the reply. But whenever you pick up a Tinker, it feels like most teams that do it, MTW, another notable one, they go for the Lone Druid as well. And then it gives you that split push, that tanky presence. And together, these two could be real bullies. Lone Druid in the front lines, the Bear doing a lot of damage, tanking it up, and then Tinker just all over the fight, blinking around, force-staffing around, spamming rockets, spamming March, and that's the other nice thing about Tinker, is he really zones out the opposing team, especially those squishy supports, with the March spam, the missile spam, and that's where Lone Druid can walk up to the tower and start doing that bulldozing work. But it's a Keeper of the Light reply, and, well, Lumi, I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts about this one.
Well, Keeper plus Shaker, you already have two great long-range AoE. Would not be surprising for mousesports to pick up another and do actually a trialing. I know trialing is definitely not the flavor of the month, but they could definitely do it. Phantom Lancer is a great addition to this. If they want to go that route, I have no idea if they do. In terms of defensive capability, again, Shaker and Illuminate, great for that as well. Mana Leak as well as Blinding Light should be paid attention to here as well, because Invoker and Tinker will just get completely shredded by the Mana Leak. It drains a whole bunch.
Whoa!
And it's X!
Whoa!
Creep skipping time, jungling time, I have no clue. I don't even know why Axe is going to be good here, but we have an Axe.
We have an axe. Say no more. Say no more. We have an axe. I mean, that's all there is to say. It doesn't, like you said, it doesn't particularly hard counter anything Mouse have. He can be very aggravating to deal with when you're pushing, though, because you throw a couple of battle hungers, especially on those squishy supports, whether it's the Rubik, the Shaker, or the Keeper of the Light. And either they get rid of the battle hunger, which means there's relatively small mana pools being sort of chewed up, or they just take damage and run away. I mean, you got, it's a Morphling, so... But there's no black. Who's going to play this?
Calculus, right? Doesn't he play the hard carry for Wolves?
I guess he will. We'll have to see. Well, no, he played Enigma last game, so... I think it's... Isn't it... Oh, Balsam. I think it's Balsam who plays carry for Wolves.
Yeah. Oh, I think he played hard carry back in the old Nevo or whatever they were called. They had 8 names, so I apologize that I forgot one of their many. In any case... It's an Axe. It's not going to do anything aside from either Battle Hunger. I mean, actually, when it's in pro game, I've never seen Axe go with the Battle Hunger build. It's the good old, the spin and the Berserker call. They just run in and do work.
Well,
hopefully,
here's what it gives you, is you have a lot of heroes that need solo, and this gives you a jungler. So that's one way of looking at it. Now, who else was available as a jungler? Enchantress, I guess? But there weren't too many left.
There's a puppey double Midas jungling Silver.
Oh, that's true. It could be that. This could be a lady Axe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised for it to go either way. Who's actually playing it? It is Puppey, so it looks like it will be a jungle Axe. And let's go ahead and introduce all our players here. Puppey playing that Axe, Dendi on his signature Invoker, Hibos going to be on the Tinker, Light of Heaven on the Lone Druid, ars-art going to be on that Venomancer, and boy, does he have his work cut out for him with the support. There's really no secondary support here. I mean, I guess Puppey will perform that role, but Axe needs items to be effective. At least some... he doesn't need a lot, but you'd like maybe a Vitality
I've
booster.
Seen Puppey play a hero like this in the jungle, like it's a jungle Storm or a jungle Axe, and he will buy wards still.
Right.
Even though his hero needs it, so...
But Axe would like a Vitality boost or a Tranquil boots, maybe a Soul Ring or Arcane boots. I mean, Axe needs some items. Let's make no mistake about it. This is a hero that relies pretty much on being in the front lines, taking damage to get counter heroes off. So if you don't have that HP, if you don't have those tank items, well, you're going to melt, especially to this team. Like you said, Mouse have so much long range. But that's Navi. Why don't you go ahead and introduce Mouse?
Yeah, it's going to become with me on the carry once again. It's becoming a trend today as they're switching roles a little bit up. 1437 going to be playing Shaker for a second games in a row. Sexybamboe on that old man. He generally plays a very, very mobile-heavy hero. We're seeing things like Queen of Pain, Brewmother. I mean, he's got 315 base movements because he's on a horse, but aside from that, it's a very immobile, slow hero. Calculus is going to be handling Windrunner, and then we're going to have Rubik being handled by Sing Sing. I want to say now we're going to see a solo mid Rubik, right?
Well,
we have a Trillium of some sort?
I mean, you have so many other heroes that can support Keeper of the Light, Earthshaker, even Windrunner can. But I believe it will be the Earthshaker and the Keeper of the Light performing those support duties, and I mean, I think Sing Sing will be going mid, so... Well, how else are they going to late it? Sing Sing's mid, you mentioned the tri-lane, maybe? Maybe we'll see Calculus solo top and an offensive tri-lane? I don't know what they're going to do.
Okay, if you want to go really crazy about this, Rubik can play as a support in the lane and Sexybamboe go mid. Keeper mid is not that bad, to be honest. Like, he actually wins the lane,
but here's my question. Is it that good? Is it worth giving him a solo?
No, it's not that good. It's pretty bad, actually.
Well, he can push the lane really hard with Illuminate. That's nice. He can give himself.
You can do that anywhere in any lane, as any row. Doesn't need to be solo mid, and the guy doesn't use farm that well. I mean, if you get a quick hex, it's always good, but yeah.
Well, we'll just have to see what they want to do with the lanes. We do have a pause. It appears Sing Sing is AFK, but should be returning soon. So Mouse are the ones at the deficit here, Lumi. They are down 0-1. If they drop this game, they're knocked out of the event. So a little bit more pressure on them. And Navi can fool around a little, and maybe that's why we're seeing the axe here.
Although I'm not sure whether they're... I don't know. When Navi picks something crazy, and sometimes they lose those games because they're picking a little bit crazy, people will be like, oh man, they messed around, they lost because of that, they're usually very good. I don't know. I feel like Navi a lot of times, they might be picking crazy, but it's no intention of fooling around.
Right. It's experimenting. They're experimenting.
Experimenting is another way to go about it. I mean, if you think about it, Navi, if they win this match, they have a best of 5 waiting for them, down a game. So they have to win 3 more in that series as well. They have a long day. They don't have time to fool around. Or they do maybe, but, I don't want them to fool around. Let's go, Navi. Got a long day in front of us.
I, of course, would prefer to see this go to a Game 3, because, hell, I think that's more exciting. So I guess we each have our own rooting interests here.
Yeah.
Guys, again, for anybody just tuning in, this is game number 2, Navi versus mousesports. This is your consolation/loser bracket finals. Whoever loses this game, or whoever loses this series is knocked out. The winner goes on to face MTW, and like Lumi said, whoever wins this series has to win 3 games out of those. Well, I would say in the best out of 5, but MTW start with a 1-game lead, so MTW only need 2 wins. Whoever wins this series would need 3. So either way, we have at least 1 more game here, and then at least 2 games in that series. So minimum 3, could go as high as 5. We'll just have to see if Mouse can pull it off. I mean, that's really the question. Will they be able to deal effectively with this rather unorthodox line? I mean, although there's an axe in it, Lumi, there's a lot of potent heroes on this team who we know can be very effective. The Lone Druid, the Invoker, the Tinker. Great split push, great sort of triple semi-carry strat coming out, and it's a lot of burst damage too. I mean, just general, Navi has a little bit of everything. I guess the one thing they're a little lacking in is reliable disable. But aside from that, they've got a lot going for them.
I mean, they have enough slows. I feel like the axe coming out of jungle, which we haven't talked too much about, has a lot of options for the gank. You can stay in the jungle and do stuff. You could wrap it around behind tier 1, do a creep skip and make sure the bot tower gets pushed. You can gank the mid lane. Cold Snap plus Battle Hunger is no joke. It is insane. Venomous Scale setting up on the bot lane for a gank, again, very, very good. So this actually has options. And that's always a good thing to have. You never want to be in the jungle and be like, well, I'm getting 3 lanes push and I can't do anything for my team. This is going to be completely the opposite.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. I mean, Axe is a hero that can come out of the jungle and do some good harassment, with the Battle Hunger. He can also try and set things up. You got Gale to slow heroes down, and then you can get in range for that call. So I do think Navi, it's not a bad hero to have coming out of the jungle for ganks. It's not an Enigma or any sort of dominant jungle ganker like a Chen, but Puppey could make it work. He definitely could. So we'll just have to
Puppey could fail horribly. I've seen that as well. I've seen him done things like Storm jungle and Shadow Demon jungle, and it looks cute at first, and then...
Well, the Shadow Demon jungle was actually, I think, by and large, very effective. But yeah, the Storm did not work out so well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Shadow Demon is a great jungler, but he's just better here on lane, so...
Speaking of which, that Smoke of Deceit, I guess it's fair to call it a bug now, that's been fixed, so you can't really smoke jungle anymore. It wouldn't help Axe, because
they fixed it.
Because Axe relies on things attacking him to jungle quickly.
Right.
But for a hero like Shadow Demon, yeah, it's been...
Or Darkseer.
Yeah, what happens now is if you're actually smoked, the creeps will all just randomly disperse in different directions. I guess it's randomized, so... it's better to just, like, if you're, let's say you're Darkseer, you just throw the Ion Shell on the creeps, and then they just chase you. Instead of all
Do it the honest man's way?
Yeah. No more shortcuts for y'all. You gotta earn that gold and that experience. Back in my day.
Back in my days. Well, you know what? The ancient jungling Tinker is available.
Right.
I'm gonna say that Havos would not be doing it this game, but that does not require smoke.
I think if we were gonna see that, it would have been a Puppey Tinker. So,
it would be. Yeah, you're right.
So in terms of lanes for Navi, let's talk about that. Light of Heaven will probably be going top. Most likely we'll see Havos bottom supported by ars-art. Dendi's going to head mid, and then Puppey most likely defensive jungling to start things off. And, well, that gives them I mean, these are all great heroes to have in those respective lanes. For me, the big question is, how's Mouse going to lane this one? Are they going to run an offensive or defensive tri-lane? Are they going to run dual lanes? Are they maybe going to dual lane even mid? I mean, where do you see these guys laning, and how are they going to match up against Navi?
Okay, he went AFK, he's ready. Alright, Sing Sing. I mean, the star is late to the party, right? Had a very important phone call. Alright. Okay, not. Maybe.
Alright, Louis, answer my question. How are Mouse going to lane this, and how do you see that?
Tri-lane bot.
Tri-lane bot.
Tri-lane bot.
I'm assuming that's
my gut feeling could be wrong.
The Shaker, Morphling, and Keeper of the Light, right?
Yes. It's a very offensive tri-lane.
See,
and they could do a lot of work with it.
I feel like tri-lanes are very dangerous against Tinker.
Oh, come with me, wrong direction! No!
Is he gonna solo?
Alright, tri-lane top.
Maybe he's gonna solo.
No.
Changes his mind.
Oh man.
See, here's the thing about if you. All right, get your head in the game, man. Come on now. Don't make me splash cold
I'm
water
just
on your
seeing
face.
different language.
Oh,
Oh my god.
but see, here's the thing: if you run a tri-lane and it's against the Tinker, it's so yeah, he's squishy. Maybe you kill him, but it's so dangerous to dive into marching machines. And Lumi just throwing another language on the board because we don't have enough already. And both teams, this is what we saw a couple months back. Both teams always going to the enemy jungle off the bat, and well, they're not going to find each other. Lumi, I don't think we ever introduced mousesports. I leave that to you.
Alright, 1437 playing. No, I did.
Oh, okay, you did.
I talked about Keeper playing, or Bamboo playing on a slow hero. And he
oh, yeah, you're right. You did.
Yeah.
Oh, the end.
What I forgot to talk about is that Mono League is very, very good against Tinker and Invoker in teamfight. And also Blinding Light. Very, very critical against that Solo Bear. I mean, those entangles are not 25%, even though they say it is. It's a big conspiracy theory. But if you do Blinding Light, you give yourself a fighting chance.
Look at this investment into the enemy jungle. 1, 2. I don't actually think this one blocks the camp, but we see at least 3 camps warded off. They're expecting Puppey to be in the jungle. Of course, they saw he's playing the axe, so that's not a difficult thing to guess. But this is a big investment
hell are
to
we
shut him
seeing
down.
the laning? What is Mouseboard doing in terms of laning?
It looks like it's a Shaker Codal duel. Well, you can spam Fissure, you can spam Illuminate. Yeah. It's a lot of harassment. Not much killing power, though. I'll say that much.
Well, I mean, you don't need to kill. You just harass the hell out of them. Invisible Calculus is coming around. It's going to be a Calculus supporting and Morphling on the top lane. Yeah, standard good old duel lanes. Fissure into Illuminate. It's a huge amount of damage. And I think Tinker is going to get scared off the lane very, very quickly.
We'll have to see. Arsart is here, and of course, as good as Mouse are offensively, these heroes don't really have escape mechanisms. You've got Fissure, which will help, but a good Gale, as well as maybe some right clicks, could harass them back. So there we go, Fissure, Illuminate. Fissure not going to hit. They still get Havos, though, with the Illuminate, and you're right, it's a big chunk of damage. 6 tangos on him. Rushing the Soul Ring, from the looks of things, but he's not too
Here's
close
the thing, though. It's also a huge mana investment for Mouse. Look at all of them down to very low mana. Oh, Rockets just to cancel the clarity. Aggressive use of the mana. But what is Tinker really going to use mana on, right? Marching Machine? Not likely. Fissure? No Illuminate follow-up. I think once these guys hit level 3, you're going to see them actually pair up their stuns or nukes at the same time. And it's going to do a great number of damage. Oh, Gale does hit. It cancels another clarity. It might seem like a very small thing canceling these clarities, but it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
Well, yeah, 1437 down to just 1, and I mean, Bambo's still level 1. That's the only that's the big downside to running this lane is they need at least level 2, and really, that Chakra Magic is not super effective until you get 2 points in it. So we'll probably see that at 3, but like you said, they've got to get there first. So, well, how are we doing in terms of our other lanes? Light of Heaven up top, dealing with the dual lane, but of course, Lone Druid, one of the best in the business at handling this. Gonna be fighting Calculus for some farm. Oh boy.
1437, taking some physical pot shot, but you turn around Fissure, and the Fissure actually blocks sexybamboe, and the Rocket's gonna come. The poison sting damage not online yet. Venomancer's still level 1, no mana for the second Gale. Man, this lane is just really awkward. Look at that Shaker getting stats on that level 2 points. I mean, it's cute and all, but unfortunately, the guy needs all the levels in Aftershock and Enchant Totem. His clarity is gonna get it cancel again here. He's gonna try to dodge it. There's a Hatred on Kato, and it seems like he's gonna running to the mid lane.
Uh-oh, this might be our first blood, Lumi. Gale, and that is a 15-second slow. 1437 called out. No mana on him. In comes Bamboe. Big Illuminate. Not gonna top it.
Ooh, nice deny here.
Bamboe. That's Bamboe Dota for you. Big plays.
Yep.
Still, Navi gets the kill. I mean,
running around the horse trying to get the kill against Tinker. Not gonna get it. But yeah, this lane is just not really performing as expected. They really need to bring up the Sadist. That's why I kind of suggested a Phantom Lance earlier on. They also need to in the defensive duel lane where they can pull and stuff. But right now, Fissure block, but again, they just really don't have to follow him. Here comes the Marching Machine. Everybody run! Not the Tinker. Everybody else on the other team run, because Marching Machine is just greater than you.
Well, Lumi, Puppey has had enough of that defensive jungle. He's headed into the enemy jungle, and boy, he ate through a Salve and a set of Tangos, and only has acquired a Ring of Protection, so he's really struggling. Just wants to get a couple levels up. Is going for Battle Hunger, so interesting choice here. Once there's some harassment, I feel like Battle Hunger is the better early game killing spell though. So you know, maybe a sign that Puppey wants to be aggressive. His jungle has been really shut down. He wasn't even able to kill the big camp completely, or maybe that was his second time through. So this is going to hurt Light of Heaven. Now he's fighting for levels, and he's already in the offensive position, so he's not going to pull the lane or anything like that to catch up. Oh, Shack on the Light of Heaven. Waveform looking to go. Is it going to? It is! Light of Heaven is going to die! There's your first blood! So a huge deny, it turns out, because now Mouse get it. That's a great start for Come With Me.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. Instead of losing that bot dueling versus dueling flat out, they've kept that, and now Mouse is winning the top dueling. I want to point out that Puppey is not only getting Battle Hunger, he's prioritizing it, and that's a big deal. I'm going to disagree. I feel like this is going to be a very poor skill choice against this lane. First of all, the slow is nice and all, but you're really not going to get the kill because of slow, because due to Windrunner as well as the waveform. Secondly, they have nukes to actually get rid of it and get rid of the Battle Hunger debuff anytime they want. Power shot and waveform.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
I feel like this is a bad adjustment by Puppey.
Well, my point was not so much that it's good or bad, but more that it's just more of an aggressive build here.
Yeah, definitely.
More of a harassment-oriented build. Well, it might work out. Look at the damage Come With Me is taking. Really needs to morph the strength here to deal with this. He's going to be forced to. That means no waveform. Now they go into Calculus. Light of Heaven only level 3, though. There's not going to be an entangle. Look at the damage he's doing. Early boots, and meanwhile, it's middle lane where arsart finds a way, finds the opening. Dendi with that early exhort build, 3 points in it. Even gonna salve up AA. Great team play here from Navi, but they get a kill.
I guess one thing I'm not accounting for the Battle Hunger slow is the fact that it does set up Dendi from the mid lane.
Oh yeah.
It might sound... It's not even far-fetched. I mean, the 4% slow is legit, especially if there's entangles involved in top lane. You can see Dendi very aggressively scaling exhort and getting the kill with Sunstrike, so that's something that we have to keep in mind.
It is. And, well, Puppey's now finding somewhere in the jungle. And he can go back to his jungle in about 30 seconds if he wants to. But he's level 4. Light of Heaven, yes, being a little bit denied, a little bit slowed down. But at the same time, it is helping Puppey. So it's a trade-off Navi is apparently willing to make. We'll have to see how it pans out. Calculus and Come With Me, level 4 and 5 respectively. My main concern with this is until Light of Heaven hits 6, he is very squishy, very easily brought down by that waveform power shot combination. So he's going to have to mind his positioning and avoid getting picked off. And here we go, Come With Me. Gonna miss on that one.
Yep. Checking on last hit to die real fast, we have Morphling leading the way. Invoker secondly to follow up. Tinker not really far up on that farming graph. And I guess he didn't really exactly have free farm. 1437, taking some harass. This is a Venomancer level 3. Nice war block. Unfortunately, didn't get the trap off. 1437 will be absolutely fine. This is a Venomancer that doesn't have Sting yet, which is a little bit awkward, but putting extra point into event plague words allow him to actually use it right now. Instead of waiting for level 4. On the top lane here, they want Light of Heaven. Come With Me doing some big right click damage. One more hits. He does get it. Great kill there, and Axe unfortunately not in position to really punish Come With Me's aggressive die.
Sunstrike is cooling down, but he can't find the opening just yet. You know Dendi's got to be eyeing this one. Wish I could go into player perspective. Bamboe eats the kill.
No, it's missing on top lane.
Oh, I looked away towards bottom, but Bamboe drops low, and this dual lane is really, it does not seem to be working out for them. They're not getting farm. 20 CS between the two of them. 7 minutes in, that's pretty poor stuff. I guess they're getting some levels. 4 on the Shaker.
It's actually, I mean, to be honest, this is not that bad. They're actually equaling the CS. If you look at it, like 2 of the heroes have the same amount of CS as the Tinker does.
Right, but here's my thing: is it's a lot more useful on the Tinker than to me.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
1437. Puppey comes in, and look at the Battle Hunger. Gonna be doing a lot of damage. He will go down. Sunstrike not gonna hit. They get a kill. They get another!
Looks like Bamboo gets trapped in the trees, teleport in from Calculus Power Shot. It's gonna hit, it's gonna get the kill. Great play here, but Puppey's doing a lot of work. Battle Hunger. Would that be enough?
I think it is.
I think he might.
Oh, Calculus is dead. He is dead, my friend.
Go tonight yourself to the Ancient Calculus, you have time!
Can I just say...
Oh, it's gonna be close, it's gonna be close!
Oh, he lives!
Magic stick, oh!
The passive hero regen is enough, but Come With Me gets entangled up top. Forced to strength more. Sunstrike is just been used. I guess that was shot up towards the top. Or the bottom lane, rather. Did not hit. A lot of action. 8 minutes in. 7 kills and even more aggression. Puppey. Sunstrike. Oh, he gets melted. Sing Sing stole that? Sing Sing stole that. He stole the Sunstrike. Gets the kill. Huge plays.
Wow. What play from Sing Sing? I mean, stealing the Sunstrike's cute and all, but chaining a Fissure Illuminate, he just melted. That was pure damage, my friends.
That's Axe.
And suddenly, that Axe is not doing too well anymore.
Well, this is where he needs items. I mean, even though he's a strength hero, he's got some HP. He gets the armor from the Berserker's Call. Although he hasn't got a point in it yet. Actually, he's maxing counter helix. This is really not something you see. Usually players, if they want to go for Battle Hunger, they max the Battle Hunger. It does scale quite well. And then they get 1 point in Helix, get at least a point in Berserker's Call, then you go back and max Helix. But interesting adjustment here by Puppey, and I hear another Sunstrike mid. And Sing Sing gets war blocked a little bit. He will go down. And arsart overall, I mean, still doesn't have his boots, but it feels like every time he ganks, he's getting a kill or setting something up for his team.
Yeah, I mean, Venomancer here is just great. It sets up so many things. You talked about it setting up Axe. I talked about the Venomancer setting up the cold snap on the mid lane. It's just great. And now Dendi, look at how aggressively he's diving. And now we have that combo. Cold snap plus. Oh man, Puppey just backstabs. That horse had no chance.
That was a chop. And Light of Heaven is now 6, but interestingly has decided to skip that ultimate. Oh, he might live to regret it here. Shackle is going to latch. Power shot to follow. Waveform is available. There's your waveform. Big damage. Light of Heaven goes down. The ult would have saved him for sure. But he doesn't opt for it, and he pays.
That's a third death in a row for Light of Heaven. Now, Light of Heaven always have a way to come back, but this is a hero that requires quite a bit of farm. Now, with that said, Navi loves to not get the Radiance on the Lone Druid. Gale hits, Battle Hunger hits, and now Sing Sing in big trouble. He's going to try to do as much damage as possible. Sunstrike's going to hit as well. Invoker picks that kill. And this tier 1 tower, perhaps in big trouble as Puppey just tanky it, and now creeps on the tower.
This combination of Battle Hunger as well as the Cold Snap is infuriating. I mean, what do? You can't dodge that. It's a guaranteed triple, quadruple Cold Snap, and it'll only get worse as it levels up. Calculus with the DD. Once Puppey, but Puppey spans that Battle Hunger. Once again, Calculus is going to start losing a lot of health. Guess what this is doing, though? This is freed up so much space for the Tinker to farm. 1,600 gold, which, I mean, if you get free farm or you get an easy lane, not the best at this point, but still pretty solid. But considering he's up against the dual lane, Windrun even TP down at times. It's good farm for Havost. He's going to have those boots of travel soon.
Yeah, they want to set up a gank on Havost right now. You see Sing Sing journeying down. I want to point out that 14, 30, and 37 is supposedly getting the farm in the lane, although it's only got 19 creep kills to show for it and a Tranquil boots. That's like nothing. So, and I think Havost actually senses coming. It's like people are missing it off the map. Sign of a good player. Also, Pull walks the other way, so you're not going to get ganked. Yeah, and it's wasting a lot of time for Sing Sing here.
And Havost is really not wasting any of his own time. He's going to get the stack off. Now he can farm this. And, well,
he's going to March farm.
Yep, March and Rockets was the choice. So, going for this with that team fight, farming order to build. But we thought he had the map sense, and now he runs in, looks for Bamboe. He will go down. Bamboe still lives. He dies, and Dendi may be looking for another kill. Sunstrike going to hit, but he didn't even have time for it to land. Oh, it's not looking good for most of these heroes, but the one here is having a great time is Come With Me. Leading the way in terms of last hits, leading the way in terms of gold per minute, but it's a lot of weight on the shoulders. We're going to see a Linken's build by him. As the Perseverance already picked up.
Interesting. Linken's build against a Battle Hunger Axe. It does block quite a bit of the Invoker spells, which is not a bad way to go about it. I perhaps believe BKB is ultimately the better choice, or perhaps even a Mad Style against the Entangle of the Syllabare. But no. Let's see how it's going. Meanwhile, Dendi force tap aggressively down on the low ground. He's got the double Force Spirit, by the way, and he's able to really help his team push if he decides to do so. Of course, his killing power is insane, as we see Morphling getting yet another kill. Not only that, he's got the top tower as well. So, Come With Me is just keeping
Calculus. No time to talk about that. Calculus gets caught out. Arsart's going to die as well. 1 for 1. In comes the waveform. They do force Come With Me in, so. But in the end, Axe dies too. Sing Sing picks him off. How the hell did he do that? Where did Axe even die? Did he Sunstrike him? I think he Sunstruck him. Look where Axe died.
Yeah.
Sing Sing all over the place. I mean.
Well, but he had a Gale.
Yeah. I think
he had a poison and TP up top and died to the poison.
Wait, Sing Sing.
That's the only thing I could.
No, that was Come With Me who killed Axe. Sorry, I was looking. No, he got the Venomancer. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. I was gonna say, that's really quick work. Steal the Sunstrike, get the kill, and don't even have me notice. Yeah, that was Come With Me. Sorry about that, guys. But in the end, I mean, it's been so back and forth, and we're seeing it in the gold grab. Dead even, basically. Experience going the way of Navi, but not an overwhelming advantage. I mean, it's a significant one, but something that Mouse could come back from.
No, here's the thing. You're saying it's a back and forth game, but look at the heroes that's playing against each other. It's a Lone Druid. It's a Tinker. They're not. Well, Tinker has a better leeway, but they're not supposed to be powerful at this stage of the game. And Mouse is only breaking even. They have a Keeper, they have a Shaker, they should be dominating this stage. And just the fact that because Navi's holding on, I think they're gonna have a powerful mid game to show for it.
Oh boy. Well, here comes that push. I mean, you talk about these heroes that want levels, want farm. Don't want to be too aggressive early, but here's where Tinker fits in. Oh, force step in by Dendi. Sunstrike to follow, as well as the Battle Hunger. Shackle on 2. Only a level 1 or 2 Shackle by Calculus. Gale's going to hit, and Calculus looking to be in a lot of trouble here. Will he be able to TP out? No, Deputy Blast. The chop gets canceled by Puppey. Roshan joins the fight. MVP for Navi in that one. They get a kill. The trade happening. Taker gets another, in fact, as I look towards bottom and I see the towers being pushed. Oh, Bamboe. Gotta be careful here. He should live. Dendi is playing so aggressively. I mean, even for Dendi. Even for Dendi.
Even for Dendi, it's multiple times I've seen himself forced out very aggressively forward.
Oh, they're gonna get Bamboe
again. Big trouble. Blinding Light gets a miss chance. Unfortunately, Battle Hunger don't miss. That guy gets a kill. This tier 1 tower's been alive for the longest time, but again, Navi doing what Navi does best: take a fight under your tower and kill you under your tower, and then push your tower.
Right, and in that order, that's the key. Is first they kill you, then they go for the tower, not the other way around, which we see from other teams. Look at look at this aggression. Battle Hunger is just working out beautifully here, setting up the cold snap damage, ensuring it procs. Oh, come with me though. Replicates in. Another kill, probably gonna go his way. He's gonna get it. Mega kill for him, and I mean, Lincoln's, if you get it this fast, not a bad item to have if you live. The Rock is doing big damage, not to be enough, but Lumi, he's got it in about 600 gold. 15-minute, or maybe 7, let's call it a 17-minute Lincoln's Ring of Aquila at the rate he's going. As well as the boots, this is impressive stuff. Come with me, known for his jungle play, support play. A mouse, but showing that he too can be a very potent character.
Yeah, he got relatively free farm, and he, got the chance to pick off Lone Druid a couple of times. It looks like finally Havos is gonna get picked off as well, and this time he's not gonna get too many kills with that marching machine. And Havos being too aggressive in that position. He does have his Breach of Travel, and he's gonna be working on the 4-staff next, but it should limit down those kills. The question is, will Morphling carry themselves back? Talking about a very, very quick Lincoln Sphere, but again, I'm a little bit dubious. Lincoln Sphere is 5,000 gold, and effectively you're getting, what, 20 damage, 10 stats here, 15, whatever the final amount is. It's not impressive. I mean, it's not impressive enough.
Here's the thing about Lincolns, is if you want raw defense, there's nothing better than either a BKB or maybe a Manta to do with that Entangle. If you want a little bit of both, Manta gives you a lot of damage, also gives you some push power. Lincoln's, what it really gives you is just you can be aggressive in very small scale engagements, and you can also be more difficult to kill, but it's not amazing at any one thing. Bamboe, the Battle Hunger, look at the chase! The high ground ward here for mousesports. Puppey gonna eat some Battle Hunger, gets pulled back in, there's your Sunstrike! Gonna miss a Bamboe, but he's dead to this Battle Hunger if he doesn't do something soon. I think Waveform Come With Me is not farming, he's just team fighting here, but the rocket splashing through a lot of damage, and Puppey getting a taste of his own medicine. Chops the creep just to remove it. Did he miss the creep?
Not sure. I'm not sure why it did not remove. I think he chopped the illusion, perhaps. Yeah, no, he did chop the illusion.
Oh,
but I guess it doesn't.
He's
work
gonna
on
die. No, he's not.
No, he should be
barely.
fine. It's timing out very soon. He's actually dying quicker as he goes to jungle.
Is he gonna die to neutrals? No, barely gonna live.
No, he's fine.
That was close. That was close.
Yeah. No, actually, in that during that team fight, Come With Me was farming up top. The recall brought him in.
Oh,
unfortunately, he missed a waveform afterwards. So again, Kato showing a lot of his versatility and effectiveness as a hero. Just does so many things.
Well,
meanwhile, Shaker's dying on the bottom.
1437. It's gonna die the Forge Spirits and the TPL. Dendi balls to the wall and make it work. Yeah, I'm really glad you pointed that out because that's something we haven't talked about. Oh, Havos going for Bamboe. Arsart with some very rude alt chat there. But I mean, here's the thing I wanted to point out is Morphling, we already sort of know him as like a arsart waveform in. Come With Me wants to go here. The Lincolns is up, but he's not going to. Okay, will you let me talk? God damn it, Come With Me. All right. So anyway, you already have replicas to get around the map. Now you have that recall as well. Come With Me can be ultra mobile and constantly in the fights while farming.
And meanwhile, they really don't want to talk calculus on the run. 4-stat 4 from Dendi. No, ooh. I'm surprised he didn't drop his Deafening Blast, but should be okay. Again, more Lincoln hate from Luminous is the fact that if you have such a powerful star, he goes in right now, gets called, Come With Me, but he wants to kill. Is he gonna get it? And that's where Lincoln's is very helpful. Blink backwards to push him back, gaining HP under the tower. He has quite a amount to work with. Oh, there's a Berserker call, but really he can't do too much. Waveforms and a TP. Tornado from Dendi, perhaps? No, just a little bit slow on the Invoke. If he had that powerful start, he had an Ethereal Blade. That would be different. I guess the only other thing that Lincoln Sphere is really good for is the build-up. You cannot actually talk it down because it's it's a perseverance. It's always nice.
Yeah, I mean, you have a Kodal. You have a Kodal to give you some mana. I believe they have Arcane Boots on at least somebody at this point. Oh, do they?
He has a Ring of Aquila for himself. Right. I mean, I feel like the regen is nice. You could always just supplement it with the bottle.
Oh, Calculus. Has the 4-step in by Dendi, is going to dodge the shackle and get the kill. Okay, here's the other thing about Lincolns. Yeah, it lets you get a really fat Morphling if the game goes long enough, but look what they're doing. They've let Light of Heaven out from under their boot, and he's got himself a relic now, just about. It's a late one, make no bones about that, but he's still gonna have a relic, and I mean, Navi, there's a lot of eggs in the Morphling basket, whereas for Navi, they have spread things out quite a bit, so this will sort of answer the question of, I mean, it'll be a case study in, can that one ultra farm hard carry deal with 3 pretty well farmed semi carries? I don't know what your thoughts are, but we'll find out soon enough.
I'm gonna say no. 1437 got the farming role in the bot lane, and his farm has not answered. He's got the blink, although he's only got 55 CS, and that's a 20-minute blink on a farming shaker, so it's not too impressive. Keeper's been running the map all over the place, so he's no farm. Calculus playing the support, so yeah, Morphling's carrying the full brunt of the job, but he needs a little bit more support.
Well, with that blink up, do they look to get aggressive now? I mean, here's the thing: is their team fight is come with me. Replicates up top, Blake away by Dendi. Dendi out of mana even after the wand usage, cannot TP. But come with me has the wave on cooldown. I think Dendi will survive. Should be able to TP home. Doesn't want to though. I think he wants to blink out and get right back to farming. And gets his arcane boots. And now he'll blink. Now he'll run home.
Yeah, there's a couple of people in interviews and asking why do you go actually arcane boots on Invoker? I mean, phase boot is just kind of de facto boot choice, and he's saying that when you go for the exort build, a lot of your spells cost quite a bit of mana.
Right. And
arcane boots is never really a bad item. It works for a team, and stacking it for a team is not bad at all.
Well, we'll just have to see how it works out. I mean, it's more of sort of a mid-game, team's utility item, less of like a I'm gonna carry my team or.
Right.
Do the big right-click damage. So we'll see how it pays off. But I mean, they could use it, that's for sure. Tinker doing some harassing the calculus. Speaking of the boast, he's got himself a 4-step. Soul Rain as well as Boots of Travel. So he's getting up some pretty... I mean, all around, Navi, everybody's getting something. If you look at Mouse, I mean, they've got a blink on Shaker. Sing not too much, just a bunch of utility items. And particularly this Kodal. Mastermind blink hit echo! Oh my goodness! Light of Heaven just gets melted down. Puppey should be the next to fall. Definitely blast meteor. Navi strikes back. They don't get a kill though, and Morphling isn't here. Where is he actually? He's joining the fight. No, he's actually farming bottom. Something gets stolen from Dendi. That's definitely blast and the zap. Arsart with the wand at about 100 health. Man, that blink was unexpected. Navi was not prepared for either Lumi. And they get a big set of kills, but can they turn it into a tower? I'm not sure against Tinker. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, they definitely cannot get the tower. Marching Machine is just going to pick it off. And then next time, I think Navi would not be surprised by it anymore. So that was kind of the best team fight that Mouse could have hoped for. And they only got 2 kills out of it. Granted, they got the Lone Druid, so they're slowing down his farm a little bit. And of course, they got the Axe, who, by the way, went for drums. Drums and Tranquil Boots. But it's not sure whether that was enough of a team fight.
Well, we'll have to see. Will Navi play a little bit more carefully? Do they still play aggressive? Because that's where Earthshaker can punish your positioning. But come with me. Speaking of aggressive, this guy is giving Dendi a run for his money. Heading towards the boat's going to wait for him. It adapts to cancel the TP. And he should be able to get the kill. Just the replicate immediately works over to a great play there by Come With Me. Yes, you can use replicate as sort of a mini blink there. Come With Me executes perfectly. And that's the problem for this Tinker, is he can be solo ganked right now. It doesn't really have the extra HP to deal with it. Light of Heaven gets shackled. In comes Sing Sing and 1437. Oh, the fish are gonna miss. Oh no.
How?
I don't know how, but definitely blast Ice Wall. Traps 3 of them in! 2 of them in, I should say, and Dendi might pay for it. 4-step onto the Loga. Dendi just running circles around Mouse, double Ice Wall. Sing Sing stealing whatever the hell he can, but in comes Puppey. It's a complete flank here, a surround, if you will. Oh, that Ice Wall may be going to be enough to keep him alive. Only 1 kill for both teams after all that action. Can you really... Are you guys serious here? Cold Snap? Oh, no. But there we go. Waveform out. Come With Me should be able to live now. Cold Snap. He's going to get caught. Oh, poor Come With Me. The Ghost Scepter even used. Every single trick in that bag from Morphling is being occupied. TP it onto the bear. Waveform to the high ground. 4-staff in. Where is it? Waiting for it. Dendi gets 1. Blink it as well. The Ice Wall. Are you serious, Dendi? They didn't even have vision of that. Come With Me. Still alive. Still alive. Waveform back. TP out. Not going to get away. But goodness gracious, did Navi have to pull out all the stops for that one. Oh. Jesus.
I thought I was watching an episode of Tom and Jerry right there because
that's the perfect
that was
analogy.
Absolutely insane. It was just an endless chase, and finally, Come With Me again. Like you said, every trick up his sleeve. He even pulled a rabbit out of his hat, but it wasn't enough because Navi's just relentless on that kill.
That was scary. I mean, just how long it took them to kill the Morphling. Now, it helped that Light of Heaven never got an entangle there. You know, no Berserker's Call either, but it goes back to the item choices. Puppey just not having that great mobility of his own. So we'll have to see how things pan out, but if it's that hard to kill Morphling now, I mean, it could be trouble for Navi. They don't really have any true lockdown just yet. No sight device up. No Blake to get set up that call, so... Well, it's still anybody's game in my book, although Navi do have the lead.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's hard to kill Morphling, but Morphling at this point, he doesn't kill that fast either. He's not exactly a killing machine. Now that would quickly change once he finishes you know, Ethereal Blade. Then he really becomes a you know, pick off your Tinker, pick off your Venomancer. It's gonna be great.
Well, it's turned into basically a farm war, and I mean, Navi is ahead, but they're not like accelerating their farm here dramatically. They're up by 4k, but 25 minutes in, not the biggest lead in the world. I guess my concern is there's just so much farm on income with me right now. Like, nobody else really has much. Bamboe working towards a mech. Actually, I'm sorry, I guess they have a few things going. Windrunner, by the way, really far behind. Playing hard support this game. That's something we have not talked about. We rarely ever see this. Windrunner almost always getting some farm, at least in the mid game, but Calculus is actually the one who's the farthest behind.
Yeah, she is basically using Power Shot whenever she can. She gets farm, but you can't actually overspam because you always want to have a Shackle Shot and a Windrunner just in reserve. Some of the Chinese players we see when they go, they do support Windrunner a little bit more in China. They sometimes pick a Soul Ring up just for, you know, a little bit more spammage.
Right.
And of course a little bit of mana regeneration.
And maybe,
too bad.
and
yeah,
maybe even a Tranquil Boots. We've seen that too.
Yeah.
But not going for that this game. Okay, well if you're Navi right now, are you content to just farm, get those items up, take this to late game? Are you worried about coming with me? It doesn't seem like they are, but should they be? I guess is my question.
I mean, I thought they were just waiting for the Radiance. The Radiance is done right now. And I don't know where that barrier is at the moment, but it's on the bot lane, so maybe that's what we're seeing, the tier 2 push up on top, and you see the Navi entire team is scattering up. Very good play here by Light of Heaven, leaving a Spirit nearby, so making sure his tower don't suffer too much damage. He has to get it out of Morphling's range, though, because Morphling will keep right-clicking it and prevent you to keep it back.
Can Navi do this? Can they get a tower? I mean, look at mousesports. They have a lot. They're not in position at all, though. That's a big concern. They don't seem to know that Navi's grouped up top. 2 or 3 of these heroes have not been spotted just yet. Mouz is going to go top and look to stop this, but they've let Tinker set up. He's going to be able to spam March if he wants to. Although he's not there, but if he wanted to TP in, he could have. Mouz are just very late to this, but they are going to TP in. Here we go. Oh, come with me. Is he going to wave in? He is. Aggressive wave in. Goes for Puppey. There's your Berserker's Call, but they're just going to ignore the Morph. They go for the support. Stephanie Blast and the Tornado and the Meatball on top of it all. So much damage. No kills just yet. Come with me. Getting burned. The bear chasing him. Come with me. Does he want back in? No. Replicates out. And I think everyone's going to live.
Well, everyone's going to live, but more importantly, Light of Heaven and Bear is very healthy in HP. That means the tier 2 tower is going to be in big trouble if mousesports decides to back it up. Come With Me has already been morphing a lot of it to strength. And you can see sexybamboe just defending for all it's worth. Unfortunately, Spear Form's almost timing out. And without Spear Form, I mean, it's very, very difficult for Keeper of Light to kind of defend like this. I mean, he could sit there and illuminate, but you never really want to sit there and illuminate. You're kind of scared.
Right. As if answering a prayer from Mouz, though, they will back off right as that Spirit Form ends. So I guess he'll be okay for the moment. Now, what is the cooldown on that, actually? It's not that long. It's only 40 seconds duration. And now it's only down for 30 seconds at a time. So he'll have it back up if they want to push. Also, he's got the mech and the Tranquil Boots, and I mean, this is the beauty of Keeper of the Light. He doesn't need Arcane Boots. He can go directly for Tranquil's Mechanism, all those support utility items. But it's still a very interesting choice to give this all to Keeper of the Light. Oh, Dendi, wait, look at Bamboe! Are they gonna spot him? Now they are. Oh, Bamboe.
Bamboe's trying to hide his horse in between 3 trees. Horse need to lose some weight, because he's got spotted. Meanwhile, Come With Me, though, very aggressive play. I think this is the correct way to play the Morphling, especially when you're this far ahead. He's 7-1-0. He's gonna get his Ethereal right now.
Yo, what can Navi do to deal with this? Do they have a, let's see, do they have a pipe? No pipe just yet. I don't actually, no mechanism either. I mean, not having those...
No, there's a mech on Venom. He's not gonna get solo picked off. Tinker's got the 4-staff, so mostly he should be fine. Ash should be okay as well. It really depends on the current HP level of the Navi hero.
Right. At full health,
in theory, they don't... they could survive from Come With Me.
There's no Crystal Maiden with boots and a magic wand. I think that's the point we're trying to make here. There's no guaranteed easy kills. But with the follow-up from his team, with that setup, he could find some openings.
Definitely. And now you can see that Morphling going down to very low amount of HP. Look towards him to make a replicate. Look towards him to actually go back up top and start defending that base because it's getting pushed.
Oh, they're going to have to give it up. He's just not in position in time. Yeah, tower's under siege. There's a glyph.
There's a spirit form. That's always the thing, right? So maybe they're recalling back the glyph is so far. And Morphling, is he back? Is he back?
He's
Where's
at
the
the base. He's at the fountain.
Alright, he's recalled back. Here comes Come With Me. Any tower deny coming in. Tower very low. Oh, is that? Denied here by Bamboo.
Oh,
Kind of a running battle. And there we go. Waveform forward. Huge echo on this ars-art, but he pops his mech regardless. He's gonna survive. Gale goes and Come With Me. Come With Me gets called up as well. Tinker in the middle fight. No big deal. Taking some big damage. Finally, one kill goes to the Morphling. Shaker gets picked off. Morphling chases, but it's not going to be enough. Entangles, and now Come With Me's going to go down. Illuminates, doing some big damage. It won't be enough. Looks like Puppey trying to go for a kill. Not going to get off. Gold Scepter gets popped to survive for now. They see Puppey, but Puppey soul tank. Another Entangle. More waveform upwards. Can they get Puppey? His TP gets canceled. They will finally get Puppey. And now Bamboo by himself. Complete. What is this team fight? It's so hectic.
This is the most chaotic team fight I have ever seen. But in the end, only was that 4 or 5 deaths. But mousesports, they come out on the same scene, almost hits the death, blast in time. Mousesports come out ahead there. They get 3 kills. They do lose the tower, and it was not denied. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't denied. So,
and Morphling survived.
He got entangled, and 3 heroes focus him. This is where you need that Scythe of Ice on Boast, and he is getting close.
Yeah, Mouz is very close, and he survived that team fight as well. Just about 500-600 go away.
I gotta say though, I mean, this is impressive defense by Mouz, and I mean, I think we're seeing some of the limitations of Axe as a hero. He's pretty easy to kite and sort of run away from. He's very strong in that early game battle hunger, but what does it really do for you now? Not a whole lot. In comes Dendi, definitely blast, cold snap, rocket to follow, Bamboe locked in place, light blinds, knocks the back with the blinding light there. One more wave of rockets. And it's gonna hit, but it's not gonna be enough. And there you go, Mechaner, and he's back to full in no time. And the Tranquil Boot. That's pretty cute.
Yeah. I feel like the battle hunger never really gets bad. The slow is always decent. It combos well with things like Cold Snap and Gale, but it's definitely a shadow of his former glory, though. Like, it's not going to kill anybody anymore.
Exactly. I think that's a great way to put it.
And you spent 4 skill points onto it. We see Bamboo recall and Come With Me into the Roach Pit. Looks like they want to take the fight. Last time they keep focusing on ars-art, they want to remove him before he pops the mech. They're not actually very successful in doing so, though. They see ars-art. Sing Sing gets called. Sing Sing gonna be in big trouble, but so is Invoker. Trade 1-for-1 so far. Both caster goes down. And it looks like Tinker in the wrong neighborhood because Come With Me's got your number. Oh, nice force staff down to the low ground. Come With Me losing HP very rapidly. Has a strength morph. He's tangled up again. Wait for him up to the low ground. They are seeing ars-art. They pick up ars-art. The mobility of the Dire Squad is actually really in effect. Come With Me just...
Come With Me. Really impressive display so far. And Lumi, I don't think he's done just yet. I'm not sure he can solo kill Puppey or Light of Heaven, but thinking about it perhaps. The Replicant is just sitting mid, not being microed at the moment. He's going to TP out and then send it to chase Puppey. Maybe going to look to come back in here. This is what I mean. These chaotic team fights. That's what Morphling wants. That's where he thrives. And Mouz are getting the kind. It's weird because they have a Shaker, they have a Keeper of the Light. These are heroes that don't want the chaos. But the most important here is that Morphling, and he's getting his recipe for success.
Well, the adjustment made by Navi just means that you're never going to hit a 4-mana Echo anymore. They were surprised by it once, and they're like, fine, you got us once, good. We're not going to let you keep getting us that way. And they've been splitting up. Last time, in the last couple of fights, Shaker's been blinking in, but he's using Echo on like 1 hero and plus a couple creeps. They dropped it on ars-art on the top lane. He survived with the mech. I'm not sure who he dropped it on this time, but I assume he didn't get too many kills with it either. So Shaker at this point is just a glorified stunner. It's just up to the Morphling to do the heavy lifting duty, and it's up to a 900 gold. Wondering, this is the Manta time, right? Or do you go Butterfly straight from here?
I think you need BKB. I mean, I don't think Lincoln's is enough against this Hex Up, but he doesn't know about it. Oh, and Bose gets the Hex off, blinking by 1437, locking Bose in place. Fissure will knock him down. Come With Me is still alive, and here we go. Waveform in. Come With Me out for blood this game, and I think he's going to get it. Puppey will take a fall. And that's the difference between a Tinker and a Morphling. The Tinker, you jump him, he's gonna die. The Morphling, you jump him, he's gonna live and turn things around.
And that was like Battle Hunger canceling the Lincoln Sphere into a straight Hex. Despite of that, they still kind of got owned by it. So right now you can see Dendi, he went for a very, very aggressive build. Blink Force Staff, Point Booster, Acceptor. He really needs a BKB. He needs to not get stunned during these fights. Great blink out here from Invoker.
I mean, what do you do now if you're Navi? Can you still go late game? We talked about how, you know, the triple semi-carry, especially with that Entangle, the Cold Snap, the Scythe, it might be enough to go ultra late game. But against a Morphling who's just winning every fight, can they really do it? I feel like there's not enough item progression on either team to make a clear call here. Oh, DD gets picked up. This one by the Lone Druid's Bear, which actually doesn't pick it up. But it will deny it.
Roshan slowly being attempted. We see Tinker teleporting up top to make sure doesn't lose too many tower. No, he's going to teleport right here. And if they want to take this fight, not too sure whether you want to. Shackle Shot does latch. You can see the Tinker with a Mana Leak on him, just out of mana completely at this point. He has to go back to the base before he's going to do anything. Blink Enchant Totem from 1437. That was a pretty aggressive play. Illuminate, keep on casting. Here comes the Morphling. He's going to go for the kill. Great kill, removing the Venomancer. More importantly, the mech from the fight. And I think that is Roche. I don't think the Radiant could defend this one.
We'll have to see. For the moment, Mouse are not committed to it. Oh, looks like Come With Me gets pulled back in. Maybe they want to make a go. Blink in by Sing Sing, steals something from Puppey. Berserker's Call, probably not something Sing Sing actually wants to use. You don't want to be next to the entire enemy team, but
nor do you want them to all focus you. Yeah,
yeah, but
it does give him 20 armor. I guess that's the thing.
They're going for Roche here, and can Havo stop it? There we go. He's on the high ground. Come With Me could pop him if he actually senses he's up there. Rocket going down. Come With Me dropping low. He really wants this Aegis. Is it going to be stolen? Blink in. Tornado. Dendi does not grab it. Aegis still on the ground. Nobody can click on it. Morphling goes down. Bamboo dropping low. Oh, Deafening Blast on everybody. Mousesports in a lot of trouble. Morphling, did he actually live? No, I believe he fought back. Aegis was picked up. It was used, and now they go on to Bamboo. Bamboo taking a lot of damage. Come With Me back in the fight. This time he might not have the open he's looking for. Oh, he's gonna kill off the Invoker. Now works the Light of Heaven. Doesn't even need an Aegis Lumi. He just might not.
He's going for the kill. He sees Axe. Axe very low. Battle Hunger doing some blocking. Gets a kill. Tinker comes in. He wants a perma-hex. It won't be enough. Gale does barely miss. ars-art perhaps a little bit trouble. He is gonna get stunned up. The wrong stun, but does not matter. He gonna get another one. Oh, Tinker force staffing away. I think with the mobility, he should be absolutely fine. Gonna try to juke, and he is gonna get the successful juke. Man, that Roshan team fight, it was just funny in so many different ways. Morphling was trying to right-click down Roche, but he didn't have enough damage to restrain Morphing. We had two people blink in Tornado from Invoker to trying to pick up the Aegis. And then we had Sing Sing blink in with the Berserker Call, trying to get attention on
I did not catch that.
That was the most awkward thing. No one was picking up the Aegis, and Bamboo on the Kato just straight up walked in. He picked up the Aegis, and of course he died quickly after, but I mean, it's Bamboo picking up the Aegis, so that was pretty cute as well. And now he has a boot to travel.
This is where I say...
This game is just insane.
This is where I say, thank God I have a co-commentator, because I don't think anybody could have caught all of that in that team fight. And, well, there you have it, guys. Bamboo was the one who took the Aegis. I thought it was actually the Radiant, but in the end, I mean, is that a one team fight for Mouse? I feel like it is. Oh, Morphling solo kill on the Tinker. And he can just hunt Havos down to the ends of the earth now, especially with the Syasha up. So much damage. One of the most aggressive Morphlings I think I've seen, even up there with Koroks in that department. And Come With Me's making it work.
Well, Korok TP's in for the kills. This Morphling just kills this lane because Lone Druid keeps dying. So I'm not sure if it's the same level of aggression, but yeah,
it's pretty aggressive.
Effectively, he's playing very, very well. Here's the thing. I think you can keep asking the question: does Navi have more late game? Do they have more late game? At this point, I want to say Come With Me is just too big at this point. I don't think they can stop Come With Me.
Too big to fail, perhaps. We'll have to see. They're going to force this issue now. They're going to look towards high ground. Navi not really in position for this. No marching machines available. He's got the buyback, but forcing that would be a big loss, especially 15 seconds to go. In comes Come With Me. Glyph is up, so he shouldn't be forced to use it. Light of Heaven, no item progression on him. Just a Vlad's. He's had the ratings for over 20 minutes now. Oh, Barry going to start doing the right clicks. The tower will drop. Can they punish this, though? Oh, Come With Me, throw it up in the air. Fissure, Meteor, waveform out, but Come With Me, Puppey in the front lines, just not really able to lock on to anybody. And in fact, Come With Me used the shotgun, didn't get a kill, gonna back off. Oh, Scythe of Vice. Was that a late? Yo, he used the Sight Device, and it's only going to block Blink. It's helping him out there. Come with me, TP out. Bamboe, TP out.
Oh!
Bamboe gets caught. Bamboe goes down. But for a tier 3, basically dying, not the worst trade in the world.
It might even die to the siege unit right now. The creeps are focusing it. Yeah, it will die. Very nicely done by mousesports. It was a tier 2 and a tier 3, so.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, Kodo's dead, and he has buyback. I'm not sure they need him, but they do have a glyph. But if they don't use that glyph and maybe a buyback, they're gonna lose at least one tower. Wow, Mouse really wants this tower. The buyback is forced. There's no Roche to worry about for a while. And Come With Me still off in no man's land, farming bottom, has the buyback if he needs it, I believe. Or wait, he used it last fight. No, it's don't cooldown for a minute. This is a dangerous moment for Mouse. If they lose a fight and Morphling dies, they may lose racks off of that.
Morphling should be good. Illuminate is really weakening things up. But look at Navi. They're spreading out fair enough, and they're not really getting killed by that Illuminate. We're going to have a recall back.
They have to
Did
back.
they get cancelled? That's the thing.
They have to back. Come With Me's put too much pressure, too much momentum in this bottom lane.
Yeah.
And, well, now he walks away. He's got his Manta. Oh boy, he's getting big now. I mean, if he wasn't before, Lincoln's Ethereal Blade, Power Treads, as well as the Manta. 270 CS, not the most we've seen, but his level of kill involvement is just ridiculous. This game's 17-2-2 out of 27 kills. This is basically a ganking Morphling. Not a farmer, even though he's got some.
Even though he's leading the game in terms of farm. Let me quickly see. Last set and denies. Oh, by a mile he's leading in farm. 272. The next one closest is 190.
Bottom lane. Light of Heaven.
Bottom lane, Light of Heaven, about to think about what he's trying to do.
The pickoffs.
He's got 70 seconds to think about it.
These pickoffs are too easy for Mouse because it's always Morphling in the front lines. And, you know, Navi just can't get him down fast enough.
Yeah.
Now they get a pickoff. It's still very hard to go high ground. As long as the mark spam is up, Morphling replicates out top. Come With Me wants some more items, and well, he's gonna have some time to get them, but they stay bottom, Lumi. Oh no, 1437 hexed up. Puppey charges in. Bamboe taking some big damage. There's your Fissure, only hitting Puppey though. Meteor on top of it, and the Deathly Blast. Dendi drops low. He will not go down. Ars-art running for his life. Come With Me, very low as well, but look at the damage. The right clicks brings Dendi down, tanks up the march. Manta will not remove Battle Hunger, but he tries for it anyway. There comes the push, blink in, and the wave back in by Come With Me. Immediate Ghost Wall, Come With Me dropping low. Big Angry Bear going to work, entangle, Fissure on 2, and the Bear 4 staff away. Come With Me still alive, Come With Me still alive. Replicates literally right next to himself out of that one, and the zaps him back. Tornado in. Looks like Windrunner's going to go down. Yep, that support Windrunner. Not long for this world. 1437 dies as well. And that's 3 dead, and now, Lumi, the question becomes, who actually is buyback, and will they have to use it?
That's not my question. The question is, how they kill Morphling. Because that Morphling, I mean, he got recalled in by Bamboo, and I don't know why Bamboo was in the middle of team fight. That's why he died.
Yeah.
He got recalled into a Meteor Deafening Blast, like every spell in the book, and they couldn't kill Come With Me.
I saw he got recalled in. I didn't see him get recalled in exactly that moment. Sinks in middle lane! No, he's gonna live! And now Havos 4 staff out. Has that Hex, needs to use it again. No, there's the Lincoln Sphere blocking it off. Oh, he should have lasered and then hexed it. He's probably gonna pay with his life. He is. And that's a tanker with no buyback, dead for 80 seconds here. Uh-oh.
I think we might go into game 3. It's very early call. No Raxers are down yet. You can see Navi, they're trying to apply pressure on the enemy side of the map. They can't actually take a team fight in their base because they will probably lose that team fight and lose a Rax. At least that's my call on it. A lot of TP goes in, but not enough for Light of Heaven. He does take that Rax.
I thought he was going to wave over the tree line there. I thought he was tracking them, but no, he's going to farm this time around. Yeah. It's very early to call the game. It just doesn't feel like Navi could win a fight. They've had some good openings. I mean, sure, they recall in the Morphling, but he's not there when it starts. They couldn't burst anyone down. That's what Navi's lacking, is the damage right now. Light of Heaven, no item progression, still just the Vlad. 1800 gold. Dendi, the same for him as well. What is he? Does he have a Scythe yet? That would be a big pickup. No, just the Blake to force the Aghanims. There's no big damage dealer for Navi.
Well, Venomancer picking up Veil Discord, that might not seem like a lot, but it can definitely be, especially when you have Involving Meteor. Again, I was trying to make the point earlier, even if you don't have any other hero in the game that could take advantage of the Veil, Venomancer is all just by itself. I mean, you do so much already. So, Veil, I mean, ironically, as silent as it sounds, it can be a big DPS increase item.
Would it be fair to say that Veil is the silent killer, Lou? Would you go that far?
Yes. It'll be fair, man. It is a great item.
Oh, come with me. Thinking about this bottom lane, he's got a replicate up high. Lurking in the trees, once ars-art, there we go, replicate in. Oh, and he just melts him down, and then just walks away. That's just not fair. That is not fair.
Oh, ars-art doesn't even have a cloak yet. I think perhaps...
I don't think it matters at this point, to be honest.
I mean, every little bit helps. If you have to bait out a waveform in the middle of the teamfight, if that's a waveform to you to get the kill, then hey, by all means.
Oh, top lane, Keeper gets picked. Bamboe caught out of position. Dendi blinks in, Deafening Blast, Meteor, and the Tornado, all three being used there. Ice Wall as well, cutting off the retreat. They get Calculus, I think? No, they don't get Calculus, even the Sunstrike. Dendi really using the full arsenal. It's the missile that gets the kill, but look at Come With Me. Breaches high ground mid, working that Rax down, and it's exposed Rax up top. Oh, with 2 dead for both teams, it's going to be Benno who respawns first. They're going to lose a tier 3. Oh, the Hex on the Come With Me. Cannot afford to die right now. You can't start. Well, it goes down. Oh, boy. The buyback forced. And the buyback
Double
from
buyback.
Bamboe.
Bambo's going to TP in. He's going to recall the Morphling. I love this trick. And here we go, Bamboo. Waiting for 2 seconds on the cooldown. And there we go. And suddenly, you might have defended just barely on the mid lane. The entire team's coming in.
And there's no glyph now. That's the huge thing here. Replicate up.
On a leak. I think what we're gonna see from mousesports is what they just did right now. 3-4 push on the bot lane, put some pressure. Morphling's gonna just waveform in, backdoors the tower. Come on, right click tower. Focus down on the Rax. And just illusion alone, look at how much damage you're doing to this Rax. Seems like heroes freaking hitting on that Rax. The Rax is down to half just from 2 Morphling illusions.
And with the bottom lane pushing in, there was no backdoor protection there, so it goes down.
Yep.
Speaking of
now they're gonna swing back for the Roche.
Yeah, do they have the creep equilibrium to do it? It seems like they sort of do, but it's not a huge advantage. It's just hard for Navi to leave their base because the threat of that Morphling instantly giving it's not even arsart, it's Dendi as well who could just die. But they're gonna try for it. 5-man smoke. This is it, Lumi. It's the final moments here for Navi. If they win this fight, they probably win the game because Morphling doesn't have... I mean, he's got the money, but he doesn't have the cooldown for buyback. They lose this fight, it's another Aegis onto him. It all comes down to this. And here we go, Sing Sing lurking in the trees. Tornado to start. Not gonna hit him. Come with me. Blink in. Call. But there's your Ethereal Blade. Preventing him. The Sight Device as well. He didn't get Morph off. He's gonna go down again. The Chop going through. Navi jacks the Aegis. I believe not just yet. Echo Slam onto 1437. He gets hexed up. He should go down. The Aegis stolen. Light of Heaven grabs that one. Is there cheese? I think this is actually the second one. I hear a Sunstrike as well. Somebody takes a fall. Oh no. No Morphling. Has Mouse thrown this game? I'm not sure, but it's gonna be close.
The propensity of throw is always there. Tinker is going to be picked off. He's going to buy back immediately. Look towards Navi. All 5 going up top. Tornado picks up in the air. I'm very surprised that they're chasing such aggressively. They could definitely go for the tower if that's what they want. No, they want Sing Sing. Sing Sing, the Radiance is burning him down. He's going to be dead. The creep wave's right here. Again, 60-second of Morphling. The lack of buyback. He had an ultimate more. Well, it didn't matter because he had no cooldown anyways. Power's going to go down. Glyph already forced. Light of Heaven still with the Aegis. The Rax will be going down very quickly. Puppey calls Sing Sing. Sing Sing down to half. Sing Sing will be going down to the poison and the slow. Will he? He's going to survive for now, but not for long. That's 1 Rax down. The second lane of Rax down. Navi now rotates to the mid lane. The lane's fully exposed right now. And
they actually only have 1. They only get 1 set of Rax. Will they get more is the question. They
yes,
might.
They will.
They're gonna
yes,
try.
They will. You can bet money they will. That is a alacrity on your bear, and that bear is just going to town right now. Calculus gets called. Morphling without buyback for the longest time has cost them 2 lanes of Rax. I thought you were kidding when they say they're gonna lose 1 Rax and they're gonna lose a game, but you're absolutely right.
Well, you're up against the low druid, and like you said, the alacrity is just ridiculous on that bear. Just mauls, mows, demolishes, bulldozes, whatever verb you would like to use, he does it all. They get 2 lanes of Rex. It's not entirely over yet. Bamboe TP's in bottom. What the hell is he doing? Bamboe's gonna get immediately smacked down, and Come With Me gets caught out. 1 by 1, Mouse are just exploding here. Oh, but he gets a kill. He gets away. It's still 3 heroes dead. Yeah,
that was Bamboo. He was channeling a recall. He Bucha traveled in when the recall was going. He TP'd in the Morphling alongside. And then the Morphling replicate back out after getting killed. That was some like insane, crazy skill tricks, but
as cool as that was, and it was very cool, mousesports just lost 2 lanes of Rex after having 2 exposed. It's really going to be hard to come back from this. Come With Me wants to make a go of it, and he's going to get 1 kill, looking for 2. Sunstrike, oh, the Culling Blade, no mana for it. Would have gotten the kill there, but in comes Dendi, looking for some damage. Wait for him out, Come With Me. Tornado's going to catch him. Meteor on top of it, look at the damage by Dendi. Literally every spell, this guy knows them by heart, probably practiced them in his sleep. He gets the kill, and now Morphling dead for another 90 seconds. And again, no buyback. He has the cooldown almost, but no money for it.
Man, watching Dendi play Invoker just makes everybody feel like they're bad at Invoker. I don't care how good you are, you're like, you're bad.
I mean, this is a clinic.
Because he's just casting without any delay, he's getting the perfect skill in every situation. And I think, what, 5-10 minutes ago I said, oh, this game's over, right? And you're kind of agreeing with me, right?
I was saying it would take...
I think we're eating our words.
Well, I don't think we said it was over, but Navi were definitely on the back foot. Morphling was looking unkillable, but, I mean, that's the thing about Roshan, especially on buybacks in the late game. That's what it comes down to, right? You don't have the buyback, you die as Morphling, they jack your Aegis. I mean, just about, no matter how big your carry is, he does you no good on the sidelines, and Bamboe is something to say in all chat. Oh, Lumi, if mousesports lose this one, this has to be a crushing defeat, if that's how it shakes out. I mean, it looks so good for them, and now, this is where it gets really hard, right? Taker has the boots of travel, constant pressure in the mid and the top, the lane's already pushing in. Remember, mousesports never got racks, they just got 2 tier 3s. It's gonna be so hard to push out. Nearly impossible.
The question is, does Radiant have buyback as well? Axe has it, Tinker has it, close. Invoker has a BKB, no buyback. Has an Oblivion Staff as well. Lone Druid does not have the buyback. He has the Aegis and the Soul Curious, and looks like both team is going to be beating up Calculus by himself. He's lagging behind. It's going to be a 4v5 before it even happens. Blinding Light in the top, and it seems like Mouz doesn't want to take this fight anymore. It is going to be 4v5. Everybody's going back. Bamboe, though, does recall his teammate back. He's going to go on ars-art. Ars-art, yet again, going to get focused. That's becoming a recurring theme. We do have Pink in position. Look at the spells. Puppey comes in, gets 1 kill immediately. That is against the Earthshaker. Come with me, trying to avenge his teammate. Will it be enough? Dendi blinks in. Alacrity himself. The right click coming in. Nice wall. Again, Dendi just going through every single spell, and looks like he still wants Come With Me. He goes back right into his replica, into the wall again. Sing Sing joins the fight a little bit. Spells being stolen, picks him up in the air. Sunstrike being done. A lot of damage being exchanged, and here comes Morphling. Will Dendi be fine? He goes in the look at how big! Oh
my
Sing
god!
now gets hexed up. The barrage of spell comes. Dendi survives. Sing Sing does not.
Oh, but Dendi! Oh, but Dendi! I mean, seriously. Even having the present, like, we've seen great Ghostwalk escapes before for many invokers, but in that chaos to get it off like that, it was 1 right click, that's all they needed, and they don't find it. I mean, even with that kill, it's still going to be very hard to win this game. But they don't even get it. It's just back-breakingly good play here. Come With Me, looking for a boost. Is he going to find him? Oh, ars-art, some more rude language. Culling Blade, Deafening Blast. Oh, and it looks like Come With Me might take another fall. Waveform back up, trying to survive here. Adapt of everything to try and keep Dendi off him. Leave me alone, Dendi says. Dendi says, no, I refuse. The right clicks, they keep on coming, and Come With Me will go down. No! Echo Slam, Fissure, the throne is completely exposed now. Even if he lives, it's looking very, very bad. Dendi charging in, maybe gonna go for that fountain kill. No, he's out of mana. There's your GG from 1437. Navi, one of the best comebacks I have seen in recent memory, and just such a crushing. I mean, it's like they turn it into 5th gear and the game's just over. Oh, that Roshan fight. Oh my goodness.
Formal apologies for Luminous to Navi that I doubted you guys. There is a moment I doubted you guys, and I was wrong. You doubters out there, y'all wrong too. Navi too good.
Yeah, you know they were there in the stream chat. I was not reading it, but anytime a team is losing, this team sucks. They don't deserve to be here. They're overrated. Guys, Navi is not overrated. Sure, they might make mistakes, but god damn, Dendi knows how to play a good invoker. Great play all around, but to me, he is by far the MVP of this one. And Navi take the series 2-0, so it's going to be a rematch of the DreamHack Finals. Lumi, I'm excited for this one. Navi up against MTW. Can MTW do it again, or is Navi just too strong? We'll find out soon, but for now, this is LD and Luminous signing off for this cast, but we'll be coming back momentarily with that grand finals Navi face off against MTW. So guys, if you missed any of the games, you can find them on this Twitch channel on the VODs. And of course, go check out the premierleague.eu, as well as facebook.com/Premier Leagues. But for now, that's going to do it for this cast. Navi vs MTW is next up on the agenda. LD and Luminous, signing